Good afternoon. This is Duke City Talk. I have two special guests, two local black business owners. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Krishna Peoples.
LaShawn Peoples.
Okay, and what business do you all run?
We have a janitorial service, Marathon Janitorial LLC.
Okay, how long have you guys been running that?
About 3 years.
About 3 years. What got you all into it?
Just got tired of the regular 9-to-5 hustle and bustle. We wanted to rule our own destiny, do something independent, do something on our own, create generational wealth, freedom, financial stability.
Right. I know when it comes to businesses, a lot of people think you're just gonna get rich overnight and that you automatically start getting paid quick. How was it starting up the business, and how long did it take you to actually be profitable?
Go
That's
ahead.
that good. That's that good. So I mean, let's say you start your business 3 years ago. What was the first thing that you did?
Well, in all honesty, like when we started our business, we started as a franchise.
Okay.
So we were like umbrellaed under another company, right? And that company closed its doors on us like
Okay.
2 months in. So after that, we had to like scramble, right? How to figure out how to do contracts, how to invoice people, just start from scratch because they did everything for us. So luckily, like the first contract that we got through the other company called us and was like, they closed, but we like you guys and want to keep you. So that's how.
So that's a tribute to
Shout
you
out
all
to
doing
Fort
good
Rivers.
work, right? That's who the people are.
Yeah, got their own water.
Man, so I mean, that's a setback in itself, right? You
Right.
all went to invest in yourselves. You basically kind of put your money in a basket, all your eggs in one basket, and then probably as soon as you guys kind of got your feet wet,
Yeah.
they pulled the rug from under you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that happens a lot with businesses. So then, what did you guys do?
We didn't panic, like she said. I think we just fell right in place because we started we got a contract together. She started copying, pasting, I don't know, research, doing everything. We
That's how it goes.
we went to we got in our notes that we had to, because we did get training. So we got back in our notes. We started self-educating ourselves. We took ourselves to YouTube and university. We would schedule ourselves daily for either 11 to 1 or 1 to 3s.
Okay.
A straight 2-hour study. Marketing research, business research, what's going on in our industry, who's leading the industry.
Doing your research on your competition, trying to see what works and what doesn't. And
Exactly.
a lot of times, trial and error is kind of the best person to learn from. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when you guys started, you guys said y'all had a company kind of doing all the left work for you.
Yeah.
And then when it came down to it, had y'all not had to learn that fast, you'd probably be learning that right now, trying to transition to your own company. So it's kind of like a gift and a curse.
Right. I think it was more of a gift because it did get us out there and make us go ahead and do what we had planned to do anyway. We was just kind of using the franchise as an alley-oop anyway. We didn't really plan to stay with the franchise. I mean, but it was, the franchise can knock them doors that it's hard for regular people to knock. They can get past those gatekeepers, like, the ounce of the phone, like say cold calling or whatever. So that sales team that they don't teach you, that's what they got. But
People that have certain relationships with people already, it's easier to kind of piggyback off of someone else.
right.
And once you get your foot in the door, then you kind of do what you guys did. You kind of go off your own way and start your own.
Yeah.
So now that you guys are running your own business at this point, what would you say was the most difficult part of the whole process?
For me, the most difficult part was just like learning the back office stuff. right? Because like I said, like I've never ran a business before, you know? And then we had, like you said, the other company that we piggybacked off of, right? They did the contracts, they did the invoicing. So here I am, somebody who comes from like a medical field, trying to learn and come up with contracts and invoicing and what do I do over here? How do I collect the money? Because it's not just about paying your rent, like, you know what I mean, like a regular landlord type of thing. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, this is business. It's a difference between business and like street people.
Yeah.
Not saying, you know, yeah, it's different.
Right. So yeah, we had to. I think we made our income stream because instead of net 30s and net 60s, we went off of net 14, and everybody was okay with that. So that made our income stream go right away, and then we start doing vacancies. You know, move in, move out. So that's you get paid right then. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You invoice them, and you get paid when the job is done. So we start going out there creating them income streams right away. See, that's one of the things that we specialize in is real estate properties and move in, move outs. You know what I mean?
So all you people out here selling all these houses and apartments, y'all make sure y'all keep the money inside the city by hiring, what's y'all name again?
Marathon Janitorial.
Man, we gotta tell the people. I know
Oh, yeah, you know the name.
You know, I'm just telling people. But
Marathon Janitorial LLC.
And we'll put a link in the description too, so y'all can just go down there. Basically, just share some love, because at the end of the day, the people who are in the city that have businesses, if we're not supporting these businesses, how can we expect our city to grow in a way that we can actually benefit from it? Our problem is we support these big companies, and then when we give them all our money, they turn around and run out of state with it, out of the country with it. They're not putting none of that money back into the city. So, what is the next step for y'all as far as your business? Growth do you plan on? I guess where do you see yourself in 5 years? So this is 3 years, so in 2 more years, where do y'all see yourself?
Definitely growth. You know, we're trying to build a team. So we're in an era right now where COVID has hit. People have gotten free money. Well, I guess I wouldn't call it free. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Money has come in different streams. Nobody wants to work. So we're trying to build a team of employees so that, you know, we can send them out to work. Because it's just been him and I, right? We're doing the front office, the back office, going out in the field, working 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, couple hours of sleeping and doing it all over again, you know? So it's like we want to bring people in so that we can build more, get more contracts and build more, you know what I mean? Just like you said, keep the money in the small businesses in the city. So, you know, we want to grow so that, you know, we can have that great generational wealth at the end of the day, you know, because we got grandkids, we have kids, you know, you got family members, and you know what I mean, people you want to employ your community. Like, he's from the Sticks, you guys are both from Sticks, I'm from the Kirk, you know what I mean? So it's like,
that's the black neighborhood.
Right.
If y'all don't know. Albuquerque, New Mexico used to have 2 predominantly black neighborhoods, one being the Sticks, one being the Kirk. And she's trying to build this generational wealth so we can go back to these neighborhoods, buy up some of this property instead of letting these people from California come and do the same thing and pass the wealth down to their kids and grandkids.
Exactly. But the Sticks is better known as South Broadway area. Some people don't know.
Yeah, they can call it that. I mean, you know, the real ones know it's the Sticks and it's the Kirk. But so, what about you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to see this janitorial service on complete auto, like meaning we're employing people, we're giving decent pay. Hopefully, we'd be able to give benefits and whatnot, you know, like a little benefit package, a good, like, not just working janitorial. If you work for us, you get stuff with it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna offer benefits, we're gonna offer
medical here and there, something, dental or something.
Yeah, some good wages and little incentive raises. Like for staff that we have had in the past and stuff like that, we've treated for dinner, we've paid for dinner, we've like our year anniversary when the couple of boys, our boys we had working for us and stuff like that. We went out to the restaurant and ate. You know, we celebrated our year. We went to the Samurai.
Okay.
Because when we started, we went there. So that was kind of like a anniversary.
That's
dinner,
where it
you know what
started
I'm
at
saying?
type
Yeah,
thing.
when we walked out the franchise door, me and her went and had lunch there. You know what I'm saying? And COVID was just coming in. Like it was like all the talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was starting to get like
Scared.
skeptical about it and stuff like that. And then, you know, I was still working down on Broadway at the barbecue place, and she was still doing her medical thing. But
So you guys both quit your jobs and just
we were.
jumped in?
I was working, going through training.
He was
Okay.
working.
I was working, going through training on the down low.
He was working, and I got let go of my job because I needed to have a surgery, and because I didn't have a date for my surgery, they let me go.
Do you mind saying what establishment that is?
No.
Okay. Well, it's obviously the medical field, and a lot of
Medical.
times we deal with stuff like that because as soon as we put our foot down, they have some reason why we shouldn't be able to put our foot down.
Right.
So you don't run nothing, and at the end of the day, what did that do? It pushed her into starting her own
Yeah,
business, and now she got her own thing, and she ain't got to worry about nobody firing her because she can fire and hire herself if she wants.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I have done that.
Hey, it be like that, no, for real. 'Cause like, I'm not working this week, it's on you. But so that's your 5-year plan. How many employees do you guys plan on having? Do you have a cap? Do you plan on kind of doing what you all did with the franchise? How you all came on? Would you all like to be a franchise so you can kind of help people the same way that you guys did?
Yeah, eventually that's what I'm hoping for. And let me kind of just back up to 5 years because I want to toot my own horn.
Okay.
I am in real estate school, so hopefully I'll finish that by the end of the year, if not sooner. Start selling houses, and I want to merge that with my janitorial
2
business.
for 1.
Yeah, and have that together. So, you know, we'll be doing that in the 5-year plan. So, yeah, I would like to have like a pub, kind of like what we did with the other place, and you know, franchise out, and then have people come in, and you know, that's the plan.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love it.
Me, she's bouncing her ideas, her notes off of me. So I'm retaining them. So the notes, she keeps good choice notes. So the notes that she keeps, after she takes her notes and does her quiz, then I follow up with her. So I'm kind of shadowing her with the real estate thing. You know what I'm saying? Following behind her. And I'm not trying to be a realtor or anything, but it's just good to have that knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like if I happen to take a test and get a license, I'm not like I'm not gonna turn it down.
Hey, I can't see nothing but your collar.
Right? You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'm gonna stay in the janitorial because I think that's where it's at for me, because you know something's always gonna need to be done. Something's always gonna be dirty. I think it's recession proof because I seen it. We made it through something real heavy.
this is bigger than a recession. I would say COVID is a recession times 10 at this point because it hit you from every angle, and you just had to grab whatever it is you grab as a man or a woman. You had to stand on it and make something happen.
Right.
Because a lot of times there was nowhere to go. The little bit of help that our government gave us,
Yeah,
pennies.
yeah.
$1,200, 2.5 years, you might have got $2,200. But I mean, to see businesses like you thrive through that, it just shows me that the so-called American dream is still out there if you're
Yeah.
willing to actually work for it.
Yeah, and janitorial's not pretty. It's down and dirty, but it's lucrative though. You know what I mean? It's brutal, honest work, but it's lucrative. You can't, you know what I mean?
And it's very essential. So we were able to work through COVID. Like we got calls, we kept our contracts, we gained contracts. I remember us riding in the car with the note, like they are able to be out on the streets basically through COVID because we had curfew and all
Yeah,
that
all
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Oh, y'all had to have y'all little slip so if they
Yeah.
pulled y'all over.
Yep.
Oh man, y'all was essential. That's what that
Very.
means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you start a business, and you think about something that, like, we might go through something like this again, you never know.
Oh, we are.
Think of something essential.
Yeah, it makes
Right.
sense.
Because a lot of people lost a lot of jobs, a lot of income during COVID.
That's why we target our places that are essential, like not really
Medical
necessarily,
facilities.
medical facilities. Some dealerships are essential, like the one we deal with is essential. Let me give them a shout out again.
They're agricultural.
Yeah, they all them John Deere tractors and all that stuff you see out there on the street that belongs to Four Rivers. But like essential stuff is like the medical, certain office facilities, certain offices, mainly medical though. Them didn't shut down, so we went after that.
Home Depots, the Walmarts, like basically anybody who you've seen open throughout the recession or pandemic,
Yeah,
They were essential.
they're essential.
they're essential. So yeah, that was us.
So, as far as money wise, do you think it's worth it for somebody else that may be thinking about going into the janitorial business to start still? Is there enough money to go around? Because, I mean, to me, it's like bread. You can start a business that somebody else has and still make money off it. You just can't look at your competition as competition. You just got to focus on what you're doing. And if you do it
Yeah.
good, then somebody's going to pay you.
It's like Pimp C said, I got the bread truck, y'all still with the crumbs type, you know what I mean? Like, there's buildings, houses, and everything all over this city, you know what I mean? And you don't have to stay in Albuquerque. We got Rio Rancho, Las Lunas, Belen. It just depends on where you want to travel. We traveled like 2 hours or something to clean a building. It was a museum, actually.
Okay.
So, there's money out there, you know what I mean? Like he said, it's not pretty. You know what I mean? You have to be willing to do it. Yeah, you have to be willing to do it. You gotta, don't have the mindset of, if I'm gonna start a cleaning business, so I'm gonna be cleaning what are you cleaning them toilets for?
Right.
You know what I mean? What is the outcome of that?
Every time I look down at the toilet, I think about generational wealth, or my next Chicago Bears game or something I want to go to, because that's my goal, is to support a certain lifestyle that I like to live, and that gets that.
Right, you got to work for it.
Right.
At the end of the day, whatever work that is, it's worth it once you get that outcome that you knew that job was going to get you. So
Right.
as far as the Mountaineer job, how did y'all go about getting that? Being that it's 2 hours away and it's a museum.
That came through the franchise before. That was like one of the last jobs we did.
Okay.
See, like, that's stuff they had access to. You know what I mean? Like, that, what's it called? Solano Museum? It's like a,
What city is it in?
Mountaineer.
Oh, it's the city of Mountaineer. It's probably Mountaineer Museum, y'all.
Nah, it's called like Solano or something.
Most of the little towns, you know how they do. But I'm sure y'all can find it if
It's
y'all
like
look up the Mountaineer website.
It's like a world monument. It's like famous.
Okay.
Yeah, they got like cookbooks, and they like have a little storytelling area, and it's like belongs to that little town. It's all right. It's pretty nice. I got some footage from it somewhere.
Okay. So go check out their page. Tell them where they can find like your personal page and your personal page as well. And we'll link the other ones.
Not my personal page,
Well,
but you can find
some
my
followers
my
up. That's all I was
business
saying.
page. Everything social media is under Marathon Janitorial. The website is www.marathonjanitorial.com.
What she said. Oh yeah, we got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube,
Who running the TikTok?
LinkedIn.
I want to know if you're doing TikToks on the TikTok.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, I
type of
just thought I'd ask. So it's
I
about
think we
the
gonna try.
janitorial. I was gonna say y'all gotta be out there, show, and it be dirty and it be clean. You know?
Oh yeah, we got a couple of those on
Okay,
there.
okay,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. I just
I
trying to
thought
give him
you
a
meant
hard
like-
time because I know he ain't on there
You know
dancing.
he ain't doing none of that.
So,
No, I didn't dance. This is a before picture and after picture, but I think I might bust some move or something.
hey man, you gotta get them followers up. That's where the money's at too. You'd be surprised. So
Yeah. I heard.
speaking of money, how much money do you think it would cost the average person that might be looking into starting the same type of company? How much money would they need just to start a basic, just them cleaning service or janitorial service?
Well, to get your business license, period, from the state is like $50.
Okay.
So that's a start right there. I've read things like, some people are like, well, what do I do? How do I start? Some people go get supplies from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go out there and knock the door. You might have $20. You know what I mean? You can go start as long as you got a contract, and then you build your supplies and stuff up from there. You know, it just so happens we went a different route.
Right.
But
we put the word out like we cleaned the church. We went in there and cleaned the church like a few times, and always for free. It was just the whole church, the whole disinfecting, everything. You know what I mean?
Kobe clean.
Yep. That was, and then we start making footage off of that, and then I started the Facebook, Instagram, and I just start connecting with different people, and then built our social media like organically.
Mm-hmm.
That was after the whole. Well, no, we started building the social media right away, but like when we didn't have that, like no more sale or anything was gonna come in, like a big brother looking over us, we went to the church and volunteered and then like put the word out. She made some cards, passed them out.
I mean,
Start from
yeah,
the bottom, now we
goes-
here. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it goes
talking
back
about?
to like what you said. Like, how much is it gonna take? I mean, start with $100 if you think that's what it's gonna take. You don't need a professional card. The first cards I made, I went to Walmart and bought some cards and got a printer and figured it out, and we used those until we got a check, and then you know what I mean. Like,
Straight
you know,
up, though.
Yeah.
that's just how it is. And that, like I was telling you earlier, like the misconception of that people have of business owners is that they're rich.
Right.
We all struggle just like everybody else who do a 9 to 5. It's just that we decided to be self-employed, right? You decided to clock in and out for yourself. You decided to answer to yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you said, I can't get fired.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? If I don't want to go to work that day, I'm not. But guess what? If you don't, you ain't gonna make no money either.
The check look the same too. It's gonna be reflective of that
Exactly.
work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we started with T-shirts after that because we got rid of the franchise shirts that we invested in, and then we just had a plain Walmart burgundy shirt.
I remember those.
And then we moved up to the ladder. It was K&L Cleaning Services LLC at first, and then it was like a real big, it was a marathon. So, man, and then plus there was another K&L out here that kept on getting us confused for it. So we just switched it up, you know what I mean? Because we was like, this ain't a sprint, this a marathon because we build it every day. Every day we build it.
Shout out to Nipsey, man. It is a marathon. Like everything in life is a marathon, even
Yeah.
COVID and all that.
But we didn't name the company after Nipsey's
No,
marathon.
I'm just saying, it's a
Right.
marathon. Life
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
marathon. And
Yeah,
everybody
shout out
just,
to Nip though.
just like you said with the money, everybody want to sprint to the fast money.
Right.
But don't nobody want to take that slow race to that long money, because your money can be long if you take the right road. But because
Right.
we always trying to travel down this sprint instead of running 400, we gonna run 100, knowing we ain't even sprinters. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like the slowest niggas, excuse my language, they want to be sprinters. It's like we all set ourselves up on pace to run a nice 400. We can all come out up top. So, I mean, what else would you tell the people out there when it comes to starting a business? Like, what are the do's that you all learn to do that help, and what are the don'ts that you just, if you start, just don't do this?
I just want to, before we answer that, I just want to piggyback off. You just said the slowest niggas, right? Excuse my language. So like, misconception, for anybody that's thinking about starting a cleaning business, because I had this misconception myself. Like, I was like, I don't want people to think I'm the maid, right? Because I'm going, but LaShawn spoke to me, right? But I already was thinking this too, but he was like, but you're not a maid. You're a business owner. So think about it like that. Don't think about it like, oh, I'm going to hear whether you do residential or commercial, right? Don't think of it as, oh, they gonna think I'm the maid. They might, but then you gotta let them know that you're the business owner too. Like for us, we do walkthroughs and follow-ups, right? So like every 30 days, 90 days or whatever, we go back in, walk through with our customers like, hey, is there something we're doing wrong? We can fix it. Do you like it? What's going on? Keep that communication open. At night, we're going in our work clothes, slinging rags and toilet bowl brushes, right? But when we go back to do our walkthroughs, we're dressed up professional, street clothes, professional. Hey, because guess what? I own this. I've had to have not mean conversations with people, but like, hey, reiterate, you answer to me. You know what I mean? I've had people, customers not want to speak to me and just go speak to him. But guess whose name is on that email? Me, because I'm the boss. You know what I mean? So don't have that misconception that I'm a black and or Hispanic or whatever and they're going to think I'm the maid. No, you own that.
You're
and
a
make
service
sure you
provider.
own it. Right. Make sure you own it.
At the end of the day, any human being with any amount of decency in themselves, they should treat the janitor the same way they treat the CEO.
They
So it
should.
doesn't even matter if you was the man, you should still get that same respect.
We became real important during the pandemic.
Oh,
We was real
facts.
important.
Yeah.
And like I said, they don't just specialize in cleaning, they specialize in COVID protocol cleaning. So they're certified to do, what is
Yeah,
it called? I don't know if it's a specific type of cleaning.
We
but
do the what is called the two
pass.
Yeah, two pass.
Yeah, so
They ain't did it in so while I forgot. Good thing, you know what I mean? Because we was open 7 days a week, 24/7 when it was all
During COVID.
going on, and I was doing I did some decontaminations and everything. So I'm glad that's done with.
Man, I hope so. I seen the numbers, they was spiking a little bit, you know. Whenever they don't got the numbers right, they just come out with a new variant. They had Omarion going against Mario, and then they had what was it, the Omicron going against the monkeypox, and now the monkeypox is fighting the swine flu. It's just always something. But at the end of the day, y'all shine through everything, and we look forward to seeing y'all 5 years or 2 years from now
2 years
to check up on that 5-year plan. And I mean, tell the people again where they can find you guys at.
Marathon Janitorial LLC. And you can check our website out at www.marathonjanitorial.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok,
Twitter, Twitch, they on all that. So y'all make sure y'all go at them. Don't be acting shy. It's just a follow, people. It's a follow, and that helps the algorithm.
Yeah.
And if
Yes,
y'all
it
see
does.
them post something, you don't have to watch the video. Just
hit
like it.
Likes up.
Because
the
that
like.
helps the algorithm, and that puts it on somebody else's page to where they might see it and actually spend some money with our people. So
Yeah,
again,
just-
it's a like, man. Y'all like all the other people's shit. Y'all don't even know them. Got anything else y'all want to tell the people before we out?
Good.
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all support them. And again, this has been Duke City Talk, Black Owned Business Edition. And remember, people, if you see something, say something, but make sure you do something.
Thank you.